This is a graph of the class distribution found at rank 1 ratings on the 2v2 ladder. You'll see that if you're going to do well in 2v2, you have to be able to beat Dispelling Healers. Preg does pretty well here. The most common comp that you're going to see in 2v2 is Paladin Warrior. Here's how to beat it. First, you've got to have a tracker for your teammates' repentance cooldown. Normally I'd say this is something that you should have anyway, but as this comp, I don't think we'd do nearly as well if I wasn't able to see exactly when my teammates' repentance is coming back up, so that I can stop dots on the target that we ultimately want to repentance. In the Paladin Warrior matchup, it's that repentance which allows me to run towards the Paladin without him kiting me, such that I can then howl both him and the Warrior, assuming the Warrior is on me, and then get dots on the Paladin to switch him. If we don't pressure that Paladin using repentance and fear, then ultimately it's a losing matchup. Next up, I'd say your Preg Pally needs to have a keybind, a dedicated keybind to dispel your pet. Not only that, but I think it's beneficial for that Preg Pally to have some kind of alert if your pet gets CC'd through Turn Evil or Psychic Scream or something like that. The reason why is because what happens is 9 out of 10 times the opposing Paladin Warrior they're going to Turn Evil your pet and then start casting bomb heals on the Warrior when you finally get pressure out. And if that Turn Evil does not get dispelled, you're in great trouble because you need that spell lock to land, or at least you need the pressure that comes with threatening that spell lock in order to actually make that Warrior's health dip. Otherwise they just kind of bomb heals and you lose your window. This next one's less important, but I think basically every Affliction Warlock should have this, and that is a keybind to toggle the auto devour cast from your pet. So here is the macro if you need it. Essentially I just have this mapped in with another macro where I can now toggle so that my pet is auto casting devour, rather than having to manually do it in a matchup where defensive devour isn't as important. So despite these requirements and all of the other things I'm about to talk about, sometimes you just lose the matchup. It's a really hard matchup. There's actually a lot of RNG. I'd say a surprising amount of RNG considering that it's Wrath and not TBC, because of things like Sacred Cleansing. It just becomes really difficult sometimes to land a Hodge or a Coil on the Warrior if the opposing Pally is getting Sacred Cleansing up reliably. Well, this guy. Everything missed.
Me too. I just got a Hodge miss.
Now I'm just going to walk through a couple of games and kind of commentate my own games here, talk about what I'm trying to do.
Hodging soon? Yep.
So at the start of the matchup, my main objective is to get pressure on the Warrior. And the way that we typically do that is by just applying dots and getting a Hodge out so I can get that UA. If we get the UA and the Hodge, I'm able to put out all the pressure, and then the Pally's responsibility is to avoid spell lock. So it's normally at this time as well that we get the repentance on the Paladin, and that way I'm able to run at him and get the fear. So Warrior CC'd with Hodge, we get pressure, Paladin gets repentance, and then I run at the Paladin in order to get the fears. This really gets the ball rolling and keeps the Warrior really defensive. Now, a lot of the good Pally Warriors, they're mostly going to be thinking about how to pressure me. And the best way for the Pally Warrior quite often to pressure us is to swap between myself and the pet. It's quite difficult for us to constantly swap around Sacred Shield, and so the pressure they put out is really scary. So it becomes this game of tug of war where we want their Warrior to be defensive, and we want to be in a position where we're not having to just sit there and bomb heal. Pregs do really well when the pressure is pretty matched. Like Preg really likes to do some damage and some healing, and not just one or the other.
Hard luck, Pally.
Hit. Bursting.
Nice.
I have Wrath as we push.
Okay. Going for the fear. Getting it here. Got it. Tutting Pally. Heat trinkets.
As well.
Can you live?
I think so. He has Sacred Cleansing.
I
want to Hodge, but...
So something I should have mentioned at the beginning as one of the prerequisites for this comp is you must, as a Warlock, have a tracker for Berserker Rage.
Getting UA.
There's really no way that I'm able to efficiently fear that Warrior without being able to track that. So I'm constantly tracking that Berserker Rage cooldown. And this becomes rather difficult because really I can fear the Warrior and he'll Berserker Rage. And then I am met with this kind of this question where right when Berserker Rage ends, I can fear that Warrior again, but it's only going to be half duration due to the DR not having it reset. So I'm met with the question, do I fear the Warrior, get Berserker Rage, fear him immediately after Berserker Rage ends for a half fear, or do I wait another like 4 seconds or whatever it is in order for that DR to reset? It's sometimes hard to know, and it's just a decision that you're going to be making throughout the games.
I have Rep.
Okay.
After Shadow.
Bring for a second. Nice. Coil.
I could die here. Okay.
He's Divine Sack. He's slowed. Green warrior. E3 me. Got it. Trying. He's full feared. Bubble.
Yep, I'm topping. I might just bop you here.
Okay.
I'm running room. Okay, that works. It got sent LOS.
You might bop.
Maybe after this.
Okay.
It's sometimes hard to know when to bop offensively, but I think this is one of those circumstances.
Bop now.
Yep.
Nice. Full fear.
I have rep out.
Okay, okay.
Doing it?
Feared it. Nice.
Nice. This map too. Holy fuck, hard mode engaged.
One of the hardest things with this comp is knowing whether to devour defensively or offensively. I think in this game I devour offensively and I miss a Hodge, and it's just really hard to know. You're constantly making that decision.
Green pally.
He retails. He might just kill me here, to be honest.
Coiling.
Topping. I'm trying. Free
This paladin's doing a really good job of preventing fears on himself.
Hodge.
We did get through both trinkets already. So here we got good pressure on the warrior. We just need to get that spell lock pressure.
Nice. Green pally. I get it.
So here's where I call hard lock on the pally, but really he faked me, and then I bait my Preg into repping. Ugh, mistakes.
Hard luck pally.
Repping pal. Oh, I sacked it. Fuck. How did he sack with hard lock?
Hard luck pally again. Kill.
Okay. I have to heal pet. His wallet.
Good.
I have a Hodge.
Okay.
I'll use
Great
it on
damage.
charge.
The hero repentance is down, so I can start dotting that pally if I want to.
I'm just using it now.
Nice. He's dying.
Bursting.
Keep
Hard.
turn.
I know that he wants to turn evil here to cast, so I called for
Blocking.
my Preg to dispel the
bubbled.
turn evil.
I bubbled.
We need to get that spell lock.
I did spell lock in the Aura Master, or in the bubble rather.
Okay. Mind sacking your pet here.
Pressure they put on my pet is just insane.
Okay. I have rep out. He trinkets. He divine sacks. I'll
Fearing warrior.
Hodge. She'll probably trinket here.
Okay, Fearing warrior full. Got it. Actually, it's half.
Okay. I need to top here. Oh fuck.
And Fearing warrior last time. Great dots on warrior.
Okay. I'm gonna wings
Coil.
here and rep.
Full rep with wings,
or
big
master.
pressure.
Nice.
For sure.
God, this matchup's so hard. I think we went 1-3 against Torsten in this series, something like that. But the fact that we're able to take games at all against Pally Warrior is kind of cool. So anyway, that's my advice for Preg Lock beating Pally Warrior. Super hard matchup, but it's so important that you manage those turn evils and you get the rep coordination with dots there in order to maintain that pressure. I'll put that Devour script into the description below the like button and any other references that I had throughout the video. Thanks for watching.